What's up, guys? It's Prefire Lens here with another story. Today I am doing this solo, so that should be fun. Just me and you. So it's gonna be scuffed. It's gonna be fucking scuffed again. But anyway, just before the video starts properly, I just want to get out of the way. Sorry, this is a week late. I've been ill. I've had tonsillitis and a lot of other shit going on. So yeah, I just haven't had the time to do it. So yeah, that's how it is. But in a few weeks there'll be another video out. So it'll be back to like the start of the month again. So yeah, that should be. It'll all be back on track, and then once that video is done, then we've got some other videos and things like that planned, some different stuff. So I guess that's a little sneak peek for you guys. But anyway, update over. Let's get on with the video. Today's story is, well, if you've seen by the title and thumbnail, I was locked in a toilet for 10 hours. So yeah, let's start at the root of this story. Basically, I was at my brother's 18th birthday party, which was at the rugby club which he played for. And obviously I was there much earlier than the guests and this, that and the other, because obviously we were setting the party up and all that rubbish. And anyway, so I'd obviously had a few drinks and stuff already, just a few pints, nothing serious. And then yeah, I had a few pints with my brother and stuff, with it being his birthday, and then obviously people started to arrive at that point. So things were starting to get a little bit more messy. Not too bad though. I'm still good at this point, because some of my brothers, well, obviously my brother's friends came, but some of my friends came as well. Like, because obviously they're mates with my brother as well and things like that. So I wouldn't be on my own. So that's that. So I were having a good time with my friends at that point. And just to clarify, this is one of the first times I've ever been in a drunk state. So it wasn't a good one. So I'm basically we're drinking, and loads of people are giving my brother a drink, but they're not like physically giving him it. They're like putting it on a tab. So it's like he's just accumulating drinks behind the bar, if that makes sense. And it gets to the point where he's like pissed off his he's just fucked. And he's just like, oh. He goes to me and my mates and he's like, oh, you guys, you need some drinks. Because I'll just start going through mine, because I'm not going to fucking do it. So I was like, alright. So we're drinking all these drinks, and we didn't realise there's fucking all sorts there for him, like shots and everything. So we're all getting fucking wasted at this point. So, and I didn't realise there was people from my sixth form there. Yeah, I didn't realise that. While I was making a twat of myself. And luckily, at some point I did realise it, and I was like, oh well, fuck it. And I just got on with my night after speaking to him. And yeah. So all of a sudden it's sort of like, it's getting to that point, everyone's just sort of like, it's like 11 at night. Yeah, it's fucking early, I know. So we're all pissed at this point, and I go down into because it's like the toilet is like downstairs in like this. It's not like a cellar, but it's just like underground, underneath the building. And I sit down on the bogger, and then well, I fell asleep, and I woke up. And it was probably like 5 a.m. in the morning. So I'd been in there a pretty long time already. I go to open the door to get back up to the main clubhouse, and it won't open. So I'm like, oh shit. And so I ring my brother up, and he's like, oh, well, where have you gone? And I'm like, I'm still at the club. And he's like, oh, what the shit? And I was like, yep. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna hang up now because I'm tired, so just ring Dad. So I ring my dad up, and he's like, oh, right. But he probably fucks with me at this point because he's like, oh, I won't really try and move or do anything because you might just set an alarm off. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, fuck. I really don't want to do that. So it's like, God damn it. So I'm just sort of like, it's like a Friday night, and bear in mind there are games Saturday and Sunday, so I know the club will be open, but not till like 9 o'clock. So I'm like, fuck, I'm here till 9. So I'm just sort of like, I just sort of know I'm fucked, basically. And I'm looking at my phone and it's all smashed because it's just like one of them really shitty like bathroom tiled floors, and I must have like dropped it. And I'm like, well, I may as well try go back to sleep. So I try going back to sleep, but it just sorry, it's just not fucking happening. Like, no way. So it's like, oh fuck, this ain't good. Because I'm just fucking freezing. And all I can think about is this story. And it was convenient that I heard it at that point as well. This woman was locked in a toilet and she fucking died. She got hypothermia and died. And I'm just sat there thinking, well, I'm just another statistic now, aren't I? Just pretty fucked. Yeah. So, that was fun. And then anyway, it gets this time's knocking on, and I hear something at like 7:30 coming from upstairs, and it's like it's a vacuum, so I'm like, oh, it must be the cleaning woman, and I try like knocking on the door, but I don't want to bang like really loud and frantically because she might just fucking shit herself and leave. So I tried to knock on the door and she didn't fucking hear, so I was like, well, that's even longer that I've got to wait now. So I'm just sort of like sat there like half asleep, like with my eyes are closed, but I'm sort of like in a state of mind where I'm aware of what's happening. So it's like I hear it gets to like 8:30, 9 o'clock, I think. I hear a door click. Fuck me, my eyes just shot open and I fucking sprinted for that door, like it was never gonna open again. And I tapped this guy on the shoulder and he fucking shits himself. He's like, what the shit? He's like, how long have you been down there? And I was like, I don't know, like 9 hours, 10 hours. And he's like, oh, were you at T's party last night? And I was like, yeah, I'm his brother. And he's like, oh, what the fuck are you doing down there? And I was like, I fell asleep down there, and then I woke up and I was locked in there. And he was like, Jesus Christ, that's never happened in the history of this club, and it's been running a long fucking time. And I was like, well, there you go, that's the first. And he's like, to be honest, I didn't, because this guy was a big fucking guy. He was like, I didn't know whether to shit myself or knock you down the stairs. And I was like, well, I'm glad you didn't knock me down the stairs. It's been a very rough night. And he's like, yeah, I can see that. And he's like, do you want us to call you a taxi home? I was like, yeah, please. So I'm like, I fucking stink because I've been in the toilet all night. I'm freezing cold. My phone's cracked. I'm just not feeling good. I'm hungover. But yeah, so I get home and it's like 9:30. I get a shower and stuff like that. I go crawling to bed about, I don't know, like 10 o'clock. This is in the morning. And I get a call at like 10:30 from one of my friends that were there last night. So we were like, oh, so you have a good night? And I was like, it's no. And he's like, alright. He's like, oh, you're coming out to watch a rugby? And I was like, are you fucking serious? He's like, what? And I was like, I'll explain when I get there. Because I was just like, oh, fuck, there's no point. I can't be arsed sleeping through a day anymore. I'm just going to fucking brave it. So that was like one of my first experiences being drunk, and that's where it got me. But like, this is not where the story ends. It's sort of like at the well, come Monday. So after another day had passed, it was Monday, and I was going back to sixth form. I'm walking to my first class, and my teacher, she's one of them teachers where you can get on with her as a mate, and she's just like leaning against the door frame, just watching me walk down the corridor, which was surprisingly empty. And she's like, she nods her head up and she's like, "Sup, toilet boy?" And I'm just like, oh god. And I'm just like, how do you even know? And she's like, world travels fast. And then it all starts coming back to me. I'm like, oh, it's those two lasses that was there. Oh, fuck it. And I walk into class and everyone's just looking at me, and I'm just like, oh, fuck. Because I'm like one of the quiet guys at school, so no one really expected it from the maneuver like that from me, which was fucking hilarious. Because everyone was just like, what the fuck? All these like sesh demons, as I like to call herself. No, they couldn't hack it. So but the funny thing about that story is it's sort of like it defined my role as to the people that didn't know me, which were kind of funny. So when it came to like this year, I had my my sixth form prom, and we had like these shitty piss take awards, and I were like a nomination for like some sort of fucking like drinking one, and it all like dates back to that story, and I was just fucking laughing me. I was just like, that's fucking hilarious how it's lasted that long. But yeah, I've got a cold, so don't fucking judge me. So that's the story. Sorry this video isn't going to be as long as you'd like, but obviously there's not as many people here to input the situation and things like that. I didn't want to drag this story out either, because obviously I wanted to get to the bare facts of it. So just wanted to tell you another fucked up element, which is a piece of my life. So this has been your boy Pre-Fire Lens, and I'll be back for the next one.